It doesn't seem like it was that long ago that Ben Carson was tied for the lead of the 2016 Republican primary race. On November 5th, I went back and looked at the numbers over the weekend. On November 5th, Ben Carson and Trump were in a statistical tie. They each had about 25% support from Republican primary voters. 17 days later, okay, by November 22nd, Ben Carson had dropped to under 20% support. By December 8th, a couple of weeks later, he had dropped to under 14% support. By December 21st, just under 2 more weeks later, Carson was down to 10%. And currently, and this is just amazing, in an average of recent polls, Ben Carson has about 8.8% support. And now his campaign manager, Barry Bennett, and his communications director, Doug Watt, have called it quits. Let's take a look at a statement on screen here. Barry Bennett and I have resigned from the Carson campaign, effective immediately. We respect the candidate, and we have enjoyed helping him go from far back in the field to top tier status, and apparently all the way back down to far back in the field. They don't mention that, though. Having just announced raising $23 million for the fourth quarter, more than any other Republican candidate, and passing 1 million contributions and over 600 million unique donors. What's 600? It can't be 600 million unique donors. What do they even mean? 600 unique donors since March? Is that 600,000? I don't know. Anyway, we are proud of our efforts for Dr. Carson, and we wish him and his campaign the best of luck. Yeah, I mean, this statement doesn't really coincide with reality in that Carson's campaign has been a total abortion. The primary problem being he doesn't really know anything, combined with the reality that the ideas he does present are either impossible or outrageous, and combine that with his bizarre, hypnotic, deadpan delivery, you don't really have a guy that can win there, do you?
Well, how do you define success? I mean, Dave, if I were to compare to many other candidates, I mean, he did do pretty well. And at one point, he was number 2. And so...
there was a very short period where he was statistically tied for the lead.
Yeah, that's true. And so I think they did achieve something, and their efforts were not, or maybe they were in vain, but considering who we're talking about here, a guy who knows nothing, they really did accomplish quite a bit.
You're really putting a positive spin on it. I like that. The real question now is, how long will Ben Carson stay in? It's not even looking like he could win any states. He might be up in Louisiana, but we don't even know because the most recent poll from there is from late September. No leads in the first 4 primary states. I think the U.S. has dodged a huge bullet here because this guy is cuckoo. I mean, this is a dangerous guy.
I guess he's pretty cuckoo. Well, we're still dealing with Trump and possibly
one at a time,
Cruz. So 2 more really big bullets that somehow we have to dodge. And I don't know, maybe we can pull like a Neo from the Matrix and somehow dodge these big ones.
Yeah, something's going to need to happen because there are some very, very dangerous people running on the Republican side. After the break, we will talk to an expert in populism, fascism, and totalitarianism about the difference between left-wing and right-wing left-wing and right-wing populism, something that some are confused about. That's next.